Wow. It appears this $20 million offer is getting bigger and bigger for Gervonta Tank Davis. And Gervonta hasn't even had to participate in negotiating a Devin Haney fight as of yet. The Haneys and Eddie Hearn, they are pushing really, really hard to make this fight against Gervonta Tank Davis. Devin Haney, he even went on his Instagram and put up a poster to promote the fight. And he says 2024, inshallah, meaning if it's in God's will. That means Devin Haney is praying to make this fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. So we've seen when Devin Haney was at 135, he went to the Top Rank office to try to make a fight with Shakur Stevenson. He made sure he made the Lomachenko fight, the fight that Shakur Stevenson wants the most right now. And Lomachenko had been chasing Gervonta Tank Davis for years. Devin Haney, he made sure he fought Lomachenko before he moved up to 135. And understand something, Devin had already became the youngest undisputed champion in the game, and he still wanted that very dangerous fight against Lomachenko, a fight that I feel might end up being the toughest fight of Devin Haney's entire career. We all know that Devin Haney was pushing hard for the Ryan Garcia fight at 135. He pushed hard for the Teofimo Lopez fight at 135. And he had been calling out Gervonta Tank Davis for years at 135. In fact, that quote, he says everything but fight, Devin Haney was saying that about Gervonta Tank Davis years ago, and he's still saying it to Gervonta today. So before I continue, let me go ahead and go into this clip of what Eddie Hearn said. Not only does Eddie Hearn confirm that there was a $20 million offer, but he's saying that it's more than $20 million.
It's going to take to get Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis to fight. There's reports that he turned down an offer.
Yeah, I don't know. There seems to be quite a bit of bad blood. That's why I came in and messaged him, just to try and get a little bit of, I'm not really in the circle of butting heads at the moment with all those guys, but there is a huge amount of money for Gervonta Davis for that fight. So I just wanted to let him know. But unfortunately, he didn't want to know about it.
Ryan, also commented on Twitter. He said if that fight won't happen because Gervonta will probably put rehydration clause. Quote, if I'm not misquoting, and Devin and Ryan said, "Well, let's just jump into it. I'll fight you in March."
Yeah,
would that also be a possibility?
Yeah, I would love to fight, but I don't think. Look, Ryan and Oscar and all those guys are going to want an easier fight, and that's Rolly. So if they can get Rolly, then they're going to go with Rolly. But if they can't, they might fight Devin. But let's be honest, who really wants to fight Devin Haney? That's why, these sort of numbers of 20 million and stuff like that, if that's not going to dangle a carrot, and everyone tries to put Devin Haney down. You get this bullshit stuff from people like Leonard Ellaby saying the fight did 50,000 buys. It ain't even worth responding to. But they want to set a narrative to try and dress it up that actually Devin hasn't got any value. He doesn't really, he doesn't sell pay-per-views, he doesn't sell tickets. Then all of a sudden he sells out at Chase Centre and they say, yeah, but tickets were only $60 up the top. Who gives a fuck? You should be embracing fights like that, not trying to put people down and talk yourself out of it. So disappointing that Gervonta didn't want to talk about the fight. But I'm just sitting back watching it going, fuck, I can't see this fight getting made at all.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but believe it or not, Eddie Hearn saying, I don't think this fight is going to happen at all, that's actually going to make some boxing fans happy. Because clearly from the things that you guys are hearing or seeing people say in the comment section, some fans, they are encouraging Gervonta not to take the fight. Matter of fact, I have comments in my comment section where fans are flat out saying they don't want to see Gervonta fight Devin Haney. But I don't see anyone on the internet telling Devin Haney not to take the fight. You heard Eddie Hearn talk about the 50,000 pay-per-views, the narrative that Devin Haney has no value. If Haney is already accepting and treating Gervonta Tank Davis as if he is the A-side, then Devin Haney's pay-per-view numbers are irrelevant. It wouldn't matter if Devin did 10,000 buys or 100,000 buys. The only way Devin's pay-per-view buys would be relevant in this situation is if Gervonta Tank Davis has never fought an opponent that did less than 50,000 pay-per-view buys before they fought. And we know that none of Gervonta's opponents did 50,000 pay-per-view buys before they fought Gervonta Tank Davis. They didn't even do 1,000 pay-per-view buys. Gervonta Tank Davis, when he heard about the $20 million offer, he said they need to talk to the right people. But Gervonta also said in that same live that he did that he was about to talk to the right people, like the next day, which is Al Heyman. Now, I want to ask you fans directly. Put the answer in the comment section. I want to hear what you got to say, your take. If you were Gervonta Tank Davis and you were just offered more than $20 million to fight against Devin Haney, and you were going to get on the phone with Al Heyman the next day, what would you say to Al Heyman? Would you bring up the $20 million offer and tell Al Heyman, look, man, I stand to make a lot of money in this fight. I want to fight Devin Haney. How can we make this happen? Or would you just completely ignore the whole talks of the offer and just ask Al Heyman, so who I'm fighting next? We don't know what Gervonta is going to do when he talks to Al, but I'm asking you guys. You're listening to this video right now. I want you to tell me, what would you do in that situation if you were Gervonta Tank Davis? Once again, guys, it's very important to note, Gervonta was offered, or I should say he was guaranteed $5 million in the Ryan Garcia fight. That did not include the pay-per-views. He made way more when it came to the pay-per-view buys. So if he was offered or guaranteed $5 million for the Ryan Garcia fight, he's now being guaranteed more than $20 million to fight Devin Haney. Now just do the math and think about how much money Gervonta stands to make after pay-per-view buys. We're looking at anywhere from 70 to 100 million plus. And the fact that it was Devin Haney who put up this poster of Davis versus Haney on his Instagram further implies that Devin Haney, he acknowledges and he accepts the fact he's going into this fight as the B-side, which means Devin Haney is also not going to have a problem with giving Gervonta Tank Davis the bigger share of the pay-per-view buys. And it's also important to note that when it comes to contacting Al Heyman, Manny Pacquiao didn't have to contact Al Heyman to fight against Floyd Mayweather. In fact, Floyd Mayweather, he contacted Manny Pacquiao directly, just like the Haneys are trying to contact Gervonta Tank Davis directly. The Mayweather-Pacquiao fight got done because Floyd Mayweather contacted the boxer directly. They seen each other at a basketball game. They exchanged phone numbers. Later on, they met in a hotel and they started to negotiate a fight. So once again, Gervonta said he's going to talk to Al Heyman. Let's see what he talks to Al Heyman about. Something else is really important to note. When Ryan Garcia was calling out Gervonta Tank Davis, he never had to contact Al Heyman directly. He just got on social media and started calling out Gervonta Tank Davis. And Gervonta, in response, he said, let's do it. And you guys also have to remember that even when Gervonta had another opponent lined up, he had already agreed to fight Ryan Garcia, so it was somewhat of a two-fight deal. Meaning, if Gervonta Tank Davis wants to, he can do the same thing right now with Devin Haney. He can fight someone else because his trainer is saying that his next fight will be a tune-up. So if Gervonta really wanted to, he could fight a tune-up, and then he could still agree to fight Devin Haney the same way he did with Hector Garcia and Ryan Garcia. Let's see if that's how it goes down. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODkey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.